was a quiet afternoon when the shrill cry broke the silence of the backyard. The sound was sharp and desperate, cutting through the air with an urgency I couldn't ignore. I rushed outside, heart pounding, unsure of what I would find. The cry led me to the corner of the garden, where I saw the tiny figure of a squirrel caught in a tangled mess of thorny vines. Its eyes were wide with fear, and its tiny paws were helplessly trying to free itself, but the more it struggled, the tighter the vines seemed to grip. Without hesitation, I knelt beside it, my hands trembling slightly as I carefully began to unravel the vines, trying to avoid hurting the fragile creature. Its small body shook with fear, and I could feel its tiny heartbeat racing under my fingers. It was as if the squirrel knew that, despite being so small and vulnerable, its life depended on this moment. The struggle lasted only a few minutes, but to me, it felt like an eternity. With one final pull, I freed the squirrel from its torment. It paused for a second, looking up at me with wide, trusting eyes before it scampered off into the safety of the nearby trees. A sense of relief washed over me, and I couldn't help but smile at the tiny creature's escape. Though it was just a small act, in that moment, it felt like I had made a real difference in the world. It was a reminder that even the smallest voices, like that desperate cry for help, deserve to be heard and answered. As I watched the squirrel disappear into the branches, I couldn't shake the feeling of gratitude for the unexpected opportunity to make a difference, no matter how small it seemed. In a world that often feels too big and too indifferent, sometimes the most important thing we can do is to listen, to act, and to care.